Sugar daddies get praised, but guys with younger women in relationships don't get praised. So I'm like, why? I'm like, why is that? Why is sugar daddies being praised? And so it just dawned on me that they'll support a large gap age relationship basically if a man is tricking. That's what it boils down to. If a man is tricking, women will support it. But if a man is in a relationship, they not supporting it. So it's like, okay, why is that? So what's the big difference? In a relationship, a woman is giving she's giving up more things. She's giving up her youth. A lot of times she's giving up her freedom. And they look at marriage or relationships because sex is involved, right? They look at men getting more out the deal. A lot of women have came to this conclusion that in relationships or marriage, men get more out the deal because they get sex regularly. You know, everything is valued around sex and youth for the most part. So if she's young, if you're in a relationship, that means that y'all having sex all the time. And if she's young, that means you have her at her, at her best, her best years of her life, which is typically her youth. So they don't look at marriage or relationships as a good deal, even if you got some money. But sugar daddies are looked at good because a sugar daddy, a woman, she still has her freedom. She gets all the benefits of a guy, buying her things, taking her places, but she doesn't have to give up her youth. She doesn't have to give up her freedom to be with a sugar daddy. So all it boils down to me, is that women want men to pay for sex. They want men to pay for sex. And the allure of the sugar daddy proves my point. I was thinking about, I don't know when this, I call it a begging culture, when this begging culture started in the US. But I was just thinking about, like, I had girlfriends from elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and I'm an '80s baby. But I was just thinking about all the relationships I've been in, and I'm just like, I've never had girlfriends just like ask for money. You know, Either we was both broke, meaning that we didn't have a lot of money, or we had jobs, or even if one didn't have a job, she never asked for money. The only thing she got was, if we did something, I paid for it. Never, just never had a history. Even like I said, even high school or college. Women like, oh, I need $20, I need $40, I need this or that. It just wasn't something I grew up on. And then now, even women I grew up with, they on this begging shit. So it ain't just the young ones. It's the ones that you grew up with. So you like, God damn. And I just feel like women are looking like, well, if he wants sex, if we have sex, I have to benefit or gain something financially from that sexual exchange. And guys guys have always kept, telling women and comments and things like that, like, what is everything sounds like prostitution. And so many women will be like, no, it's not prostitution. It's no direct exchange, money for sex. But the premise is the same. If you want to have sex with me, you have to invest financially in me. It's is what's the difference? So I feel the need to keep just calling it out until women just admit, like, shit, it's pay for play. It's pay for play. When we have to get women to admit that is pay for play. Once everybody is transparent about that, then we can move on and we can approach women in relationships as it's going to be pay for play. You see it. If you live in certain cities, like, let's say, like Houston, for example. I don't know what other cities is. You damn near see. I've seen YouTube videos of red light districts in, like, Houston. So, like, these younger women, they just like, fuck it, like, guys want to have sex, pay me. They walking around. It looked like Sosua. It looked like Sosua in certain parts of Houston. If there's other cities like that, let me know. But you pay for play is in full effect in the US. So when it comes to, like, passport bros, I really don't think, women in the matrix, or even men in the matrix, that have something to say about passport bros. If guys choose to want to do pay for play overseas, it's pay for play in the United States. It's the same thing all over the world. Same thing all over the world. Yeah, I was just talking to one of my guys also, because it used to be a notion that, well, if you deal with less attractive women, maybe they might be more down to earth. They may not have certain expectations, because if you mess with a 9 or 10, like, she commanded certain things. So it used to be a time, even the BBWs, you really didn't have to worry about gold digger or chicks begging. What I mean, they just appreciate your time and whatever you give them. But I put it like this: y'all average looking chicks, y'all done messed it up for y'all. Y'all done messed it up for yourself. Y'all done messed it up. Y'all, all these women trying to look the same. Everybody want to, wear the same hair, makeup, nails. Everybody want to look the same. But what I've realized is that when you got the average chicks begging just as much as the dimes and commanding the same thing, you might as well talk to the baddest chick. It don't make sense. It don't make sense, tricking on an average chick when the dime is commanding the same thing. You're spending the same money. You spending the same money on a plane ticket if you want to fly her somewhere. If she need money to get her hair and nails done, it's gonna cost the same with a dime or with an average chick. So with I know a lot of guys mess with, like, average chicks, but if you're gonna deal with if an average chick is gonna command the same thing, everybody might as well just go for the baddest chick. That's how I look at it. But that's all I gotta say, man. It's your boy No Excuse on this rant. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.